Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. In today's video, I am finally going to be showing you my PM skincare routine. I want to preface this video with, I do know that I have a lot of products next to me. I'm going to explain how you don't need to use all of these. In fact, I don't use all of these every single night. But I wanted to show you all of the options, so don't get nervous. Also worth a quick mention, this is not a sponsored video. I know a lot of skincare routines seem to be sponsored these days, so some of these products were sent to me and I'm using them because I like to. The brands don't even know that they're in today's video. Just want to make sure we're clear on that, and I'll try to remember everything that was sent to me. I'll definitely have a notation in the description box. But let's get into it. I'm going to clip my hair back with one jaw clip, which is how you know that baby girl doesn't have a lot of hair. So the first step is going to be cleansing. I'm going to use a double cleanse, almost a triple cleanse method, but keep in mind that I wear a lot of makeup. I don't do this if I'm not wearing any makeup at all, which I do on many days. I don't wear any makeup, but if I'm wearing a full face of makeup like I am today, then I may need up to 3 cleanses. I'm starting this video off with the Eve Lom, which I think is probably the most expensive product that I have, or at least one of the most expensive. I'm bougie with my balms. I've talked about this a lot. I really like these incredible smelling balms, and Eve Lom does not disappoint. This one was sent to me. I did repurchase a smaller travel size that I haven't opened yet. This is really a beautiful cleansing balm, though very, very enjoyable to use, and that's why I use these expensive ones. I feel that I can't always use a lot of fragrance in other parts of my skincare routine. But for some reason, my skin is fine with a lot of scent in the cleansing step. Perhaps it's because I am, immediately removing that fragrance. All right, this probably is going to be a little disturbing to watch. I'll tell you that now. Also, I can't see you. First, this is such a nerve-wracking step for me. It's taken me so many years to be okay with keeping my eyes closed. Don't laugh. But I always, every time I do this, I'm always like, what if I'm blind underneath my eyelids? I'm telling you guys, this right here is why I spend extra money on this step, because I'm scared. I'm scared every single time. But anyway, I try to focus on getting all the mascara off. I think that is very important. So this cleansing step is actually water-free. You're using the balm to emulsify your makeup or your sunscreen, and then you're wiping off the majority of the balm. Then you go in with water to remove everything. I've assessed the present situation and determined I don't really need bifacil today. I need this with certain mascaras, with certain eyeshadows, but I don't really need it today. However, I want to demonstrate. Oh no, I often need it under my eye. If I wore heavy eyeliner under my eye, I almost always need to shake this up, grab just a tiny bit, and then remove any remaining makeup. This Lancome Bifacil dissolves makeup like absolutely nothing else that I've ever tried. Clinique has one that is close, but this is the best by far. Onto my actual cleanser. This is the Dr. Babor Calming RX Soothing Cleanser. I absolutely love it. It was gifted to me. I genuinely don't think I have a cleanser in my bathroom that wasn't gifted to me at this point. They last me so long because I only use cleanser in the evening. So anyway, this is a creamy cleanser, which is absolutely my favorite. I don't like overly harsh cleansers. I don't find them to be necessary. So I'm going to spread this all over my face, and then I'm going to grab my Foreo that I'm currently testing. So with the Foreo, I just kind of use light circular motions all over my face, like so. And it'll kind of buzz and let you know when to move on to another section of your face. I like to be honest with you guys, I don't genuinely think you absolutely need to buy a Foreo. Sometimes I'll even switch over to a cognac sponge myself. But it is a nice tool. I think especially if you're not enjoying the cleansing step, I think that this can make it a lot more fun, or it could make you more invested in actually cleansing your skin. I think, there's something to be said for spending a good chunk of money on something like this. If you've spent your own money on it, you're gonna use it. Because trust me, I bought my Foreo too, and I was determined to get my money's worth from it, so, you know, I use it. The truth for me with the Foreo is I do like it, but I don't want anyone to ever feel like you're excluded from the party that is using skincare if you can't afford a $200 device. It just, those kind of, I see those kind of mentalities perpetuated sometimes, and I'm like, there's some classist undertones. Okay, so at this point, I'll assess my skin and kind of determine what I want to do in terms of the rest of my routine for that night. So my skin has a little bit of irritation going on. I had a little bit of a breakout that's clearing up. I really think that was just, I thought it was a serum for a couple of days. It may have been, but I think more than anything else, it's the darn moon who's with me. I want to make sure I mention that I do use toners. I prefer spray toners, especially at night. So basically when I'm done with my washing, I'll just immediately spritz. I don't like feeling any sensation of dryness whatsoever, and after any type of washing, I do, probably because I do have dry skin, so I love products like this. I also skipped a step because I don't do it every day, but I do like to use a lip polish on occasion, especially because I do use matte liquid lipsticks. This one is Fresh's Sugar Lip Polish. I bought this around the holidays. I actually really like it. It's very expensive. You don't need to buy a lip polish. You can make one very easily if you want to, but if you like to splurge, yeah, it's nice. And the mist I used is the Clinique Moisture Surge Face Spray. I'm really not terribly picky here, but this one is a nice alcohol-free, fragrance-free option that I keep getting as a gift with purchase. I can't complain about that. And then I'm going to use the Cacao Matcha and Chia Essence Lotion. This one is so beautiful. It's the most hydrating essence that I own, so I like to use it in this PM routine where I'm focusing a little more on hydration. This is beautiful. It's got enough viscosity to it that you just kind of pour it in your hands and then pat it on your face. I'll tell you guys what, anything that gets on my hands gets rubbed into my hands. I have ugly hand syndrome. I've had it my whole life. I remember in middle school, kids making fun of my hands because they were so ugly. So I'm never gonna have beautiful hands. I'll never be, a hand model. But yeah, I gotta admit, this skincare extension it's helped them. So the next step I'm gonna do is use the Dr. Lily Fan Probiotic Age Correcting Serum. This product is incredible. She has a retinol serum here with probiotics, with peptides in it. And what really stands out to me is there's an ingredient in here that she actually created. She wanted to make a retinoic acid alternative, something kind of like hydroxypanacolone retinoate, that would be great for the most sensitive skin types. So what she did is she attached retinoic acid to a glycerin molecule. And the reason she did that is because glycerin is a very innocuous ingredient. I've never heard of a glycerin allergy in my life. And she was explaining to me that that's the reason that she did it. She wanted to come up with a way to use retinol that would be as non-irritating as possible. Oh, by the way, I do take my retinols around my eyes, but keep in mind I'm not using a very strong retinol. On the subject of retinol, so I get asked often if I use Tret, which I do not. The reason I don't is because I suspect it will be very harsh. And I suspect this for good reason. So Ara uses Differin, and I've tried her Differin. And something very interesting to me about using Differin is when I'm using retinol products, I can use them every single night. I mean, I did it in the Drunk Elephant versus Sunday Riley video, 14 days in a row. And my skin doesn't get irritated. It just seems to like the retinol. I get good results from it. With Differin, I've noticed that I cannot do that. I cannot use Differin every single day. And what happens is my skin kind of gets a little on the dry side. It starts to get actually kind of sensitive. It'll get a little red from ingredients that it normally doesn't. It's interesting to me because I think Ara uses it like 5 times a week, and I would say that's where it maxes out. But retinol is something that, it requires conversion, so I find I can use it much more often. And yet with this, I've been able to use it every day as well. I mean, I was using HPR in the Sunday Riley video, so I feel that Differin and Tret are in a different category. I feel that they are very strong. And since I did mention I have some inflammation going on right here, I'm going to use this Black Snail Restore Serum from iUnic. Snail is such a good ingredient for inflammation, just absolutely amazing what it does. It really will help your skin to heal so much faster. And obviously you don't need to use more than one serum, but if you have different goals that you're trying to accomplish and you have two different products, I would in general recommend going thinnest to thickest, but if you have a retinol, I would put that a little closer to the skin. That's why I inverted these two. I did buy the CoStarX Snail. It's somewhere. It's about the same texture as this, so I actually treat it the same as the serum. Their products are kind of interchangeable for me. So then I'm using my eye cream. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Stress SOS eye cream. This was gifted to me as well. This is a really nice eye cream. It's a little tiny bit on the heavier side. It's not too much for day, but because it's a little heavier, I really do like it at night. I'm using the fresh one during the day right now, and this one at night. So next up is going to be my Physicians Formula 24 Karat Gold Collagen Oil. My gosh, I love this oil so much. In my personal opinion, this oil has an ingredients list that is, it could be high-end. They could sell this for $60 oil and people would be like, that's fine. And then I'm going to use my roller. I'm actually going to do this before my final step. You don't really need to. It's kind of wherever you want to use it, but I'm starting to feel the thickness of these products on my face, so I figure let's kind of get them pushed in a little more. Let's go ahead and roll them in. This is another one of those steps where, it's not like you absolutely need to run out and purchase one of these, but do I love mine? Absolutely. Absolutely, I love mine. I do have a cheaper one as well, but it keeps breaking. So that's the main difference that I've noticed between this one that I think was 30-ish, 35, and my $15 Daily Concepts one. The roller, the crystal itself keeps popping out and I gotta put it back in. It's not a big deal, You could certainly continue to do that, but yeah, just know that seems to be the main difference. I know this even looks like a gimmick, believe me, I feel it in my soul, but it's just, you try it once, I think you'll understand, or it's just not for you, We're coming to the end of this video. I did decide I need to add in another segment, which is probably going to make this a really long video, but I'm going to finish my skincare routine with the Suasu Overnight Vitalizing Mask. I love this mask. I'm starting to get low again. These last me for about an entire year, this tube. It is a 4.05 fluid ounce size. This mask is phenomenally beautiful. Again, though, don't feel like you necessarily need to run out and buy a night mask, a night cream, a sleeping mask, because if you're just, if you've already added in oil, in general, adding just a daytime moisturizer over that or under it could be sufficient. It just depends on your preferences. My favorite lip balm in the entire world, the Kopari, they changed the name on this, Lip Glossy now. I've come to the realization that I am more picky about lip balms than any other product in my routine, period. I am so picky. I need them to feel light, but very, very hydrating, not heavy, and yet very, very effective and occlusive. It's a difficult balance. I think it is the coconut oil that I love in this, so obviously it is a coconut oil product. And in the meantime, I've decided to talk about supplements because I genuinely think they're too important not to mention in a skincare video. Supplements to me are skincare. But take that how you will because I did study nutrition. I hate saying that. I know it's so funny and I know that my channel would be more successful if I could be up here being like, nutritionist talks about supplements, but I don't like doing that because I feel like, unlike with skincare, where I'm just like, I'm a skincare enthusiast sharing what I've learned and experienced, with supplements, I'm really talking about what I spent years intensely studying, did a thesis on, etc. It's intense to me. But I'm going to do my best here to talk about what I think is most important. So if you're a skincare enthusiast and you're using SPF every single day, you should be taking a vitamin D supplement because most likely you are not getting it from the sun. Now I do use Hum. I've come to absolutely love Hum Nutrition. This is fairly cheap. There are probably cheaper vitamin Ds on the market, but I really do, I like Hum. I think they do a great job picking the best ingredients. And for me, when we're talking about supplements, that's actually very important to me. It's why I don't like a lot of supplements at Walgreens, CVS. Secondly, this is very important as well, omega-3 oils. Most likely, unless you eat a lot of seafood, you are probably not getting enough omega-3s in your diet, and I would actually say this is the most important supplement, period. And then if you have acne, it is possible that this product, the Skin Heroes, could do for you what it did for me. There's definitely a connection between the gut and the skin And if your gut microbiota are out of balance, it is possible that you could experience acne breakouts. Now, it's possible as well that that's not the cause of your acne, but it's possible that it is. So, turns out for me it really is, and this supplement does wonders. And then finally, and this one I would definitely categorize under optional, this is the Glow Sweet Glow Hyaluronic Acid supplements with vitamin C and E. I started taking these after I realized how well Hum Nutrition's matches up to the research. This is 120 milligrams of hyaluronic acid. With hyaluronic acid and collagen, think of them as optional. You know, there's research suggesting that they may do wonders for the skin, but then there's also not a lot of research, so it's not something where I would heavily rely on it, but if you're the kind of person who's like, I'll try anything, then you might like it. So something I really have to mention here is that what I just showed you, I would say is for somebody who is eating a very well-balanced diet. You know, I eat a salad pretty much every single day. I always have apples and carrots in my fridge because I'm a horse. I have a pretty good diet. I still eat pizza, I still eat fried chicken, but overall, my diet is fairly balanced, so I don't necessarily personally need a multivitamin, but if you know if your diet's not that great, you probably do want to take a multivitamin. And I'm actually going to recommend you the Hush and Hush, especially if you don't want to take 6 different vitamins every single day, because this one is so complete. I didn't expect this to be my favorite product from Hush and Hush, but it kind of is. I like this in the Plant Your Day, but this is such a complete multivitamin. It has everything that I just talked about except for the probiotics. It's a very complete supplement. It's got your vitamin D in it, it's got your omega-3 oils, it's got your biotin if you need to make sure you have biotin, collagen, hyaluronic acid, as well as antioxidant ingredients in here. Very, very complete. They also have a hair supplement, but that hair supplement is so intense that I would genuinely only recommend that if you're having issues with hair growth. I don't think the average person needs it, whereas I think that this is a very good multivitamin for the average person. This is pricey though. It was sent to me, and due to a shipping mistake, I have 2 bottles of it, which is why I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I actually really like it. For the time being, I've put aside everything there except for the probiotics, and I just take 2 of these a day and my probiotics, that's it. But don't ever forget that supplements are very important to skincare. I think it is forgotten often, and yet, yes, I assure you that they are very important. If your omega-3s are out of balance, your skin is going to look dull, your hair is not going to grow as well. If you're not taking your vitamin D, you're going to have a lot of side effects. All right, let's go ahead and get this last step over with. So this is the eradicate, excuse me, I just said the wrong one. I'm going to dip my Q-tip into here and apply this over any active acne as well as any acne that is kind of recovering. Sulfur is an incredible ingredient, not just against acne, but against redness, so it really does help with the healing process. So that's my PM skincare routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.